Hey everyone, welcome back to Awful Stories. It's Matt here, and make sure to drop a like and subscribe to not miss your daily fix on Reddit stories. Let's jump into our first post in the True Off My Chest subreddit. The post is titled, My husband and I are breaking up over something from 3 years ago. Things got pretty bad between us after the first year, but we didn't break up. There was a lot of negativity in between. The reason we're breaking up? 3 years ago, someone took advantage of my drink being left unattended at a friend's house. And you can guess what that led to. When I went home the next morning, it was an absolute disaster with him. I was honest about what happened when I found the marks on me. You let another man touch you? I can't get the image of another man sleeping with you out of my head. How disgusting can you be? Our bedroom life suffered for the past 3 years, until 3 nights ago, when it all came to a head. He admitted he harbored animosity toward me for not going to the police and not telling him the man's name, and he admitted that he would never see me the same. My whole adult life, I have been with this man. We got together when I was 18 and he was 23. And now it's all gone. 2 kids, my entire adult life, 2 dogs. I worked so hard to build it. It's all gone. And I feel so stuck. I don't know how people push through things like this, but I guess I'll find out soon enough. Edit. I didn't expect this to get any attention, honestly. So let me clarify things. I didn't go to the police because I was ashamed and embarrassed. Simple as that. I had no other reasoning except that I couldn't handle it. My husband absolutely knew I wasn't lying. He saw the marks and the test results. Please don't act as though this was the beginning of our issues. It wasn't. I had never had a relationship before, and my naive 18-year-old brain thought this man had his life together. I was excited to build a life with him, and when it crumbled, I couldn't let go of him. Trauma bonds are real, and they're incredibly hard. It seems so many of you have never experienced this, and for that I'm thankful. I'm glad you've never felt trauma, and I'm glad you've never felt the kind of shame that makes you break every mirror in your house and avoid your phone for months. I pray you never do. For those who have, I'm proud of you for making it through, and I hope to draw strength from you. Digital Girly said, Take a breath. It may seem overwhelming at the moment. He's never going to get past it. There's no point in staying with him. So you know you have to move on. It will be scary, confusing, daunting, and every step will be filled with crushing pain. That's okay. You can cry your way through it, but darling, you will get through it. In 6 months, there will come a day when you realize you didn't think about him all day. In 9 months, you'll realize it's been 30 days since you last thought of him. 1 year from now, your new life will be in place, and you'll rarely think of him anymore. Next Halloween. That's the goal. Smo Father said, I cannot believe people are asking OP to prioritize the husband's feelings as if she wasn't literally raped. The second story for today also takes place in the True Off My Chest subreddit, titled, My brother lost his job as a doctor and he is angry that I will not let him move in with me. I told my brother he cannot move into my home, and he is angry with me. But there is no way it can happen. My brother is a doctor, or was a doctor, I guess. He lost his job and is being investigated for fraud. I'm not a doctor, so I will try my best to explain what happened. In my country, the healthcare system only allows a medication called semaglutide for diabetes. The cost is not covered for anything else. If someone wants semaglutide for another reason, they have to pay for it themselves. There is no way to have the cost covered. There was a test that doctors like my brother did for diabetes. I do not know what the test is called. The person had to stop eating and drinking, then go to the doctor's office and get tested. Then they had to drink a special liquid and get tested a second time. My brother told his patients to eat before the first and second test, which would give results that showed the person had diabetes. They were able to get the cost for semaglutide covered by the healthcare system. I don't know how my brother was found out. I know some of the people ended up in the hospital, but I'm not sure how what my brother did was discovered. He has already been told he cannot practice medicine in our country again because he misused a prescription medication. He has lost his job as a doctor too, and he is being investigated for fraud against the healthcare system. He wants to come live with me. He would not be working and would expect me to pay for everything, as well as live with me for an undetermined amount of time. I said no, and now he is angry with me. But it would not work out. I live in a studio, so there is no room. I make enough money to look after myself, but not someone else too. My parents live in a retirement community and are on fixed pensions. Our grandfather lives in assisted living care, so none of them have the money or the room to help my brother. He says I am the only one who can help him. When I said no, he got angry with me and called me a bad sister. He says he used all his money for his legal problems, and I must help him. My job is an electrician, but I also work as an auto mechanic once in a while for extra money. It is enough for me. My brother said I can do more auto mechanic work when he lives with me. I do not want to do this. I do not think this is my responsibility, and I'm angry he would ask this from me and blame me for his problems. Thank you for reading. OP is showing a lot of strength by setting boundaries here. It's not unkind to prioritize your own space, livelihood, and well being, especially when OP's brother's problems are self inflicted and legally serious. His anger and name calling are manipulative tactics trying to guilt him into compliance. But OP is absolutely right. It's not his responsibility to fix or fund his mess. OP's brother expecting to crash at his tiny studio, free of charge, for an indefinite amount of time is a big ask, especially after what's happened. It's completely fair that OP said no. The best OP can do is keep his boundaries firm and encourage him to find support that doesn't fall on OP's shoulders. This isn't OP's burden to bear, and you deserve respect and peace in your own home. Eat Till It Hurts said, I'm sure he knows enough people he could stay with, but you both know he would never leave your studio once he moved in. So, yes, don't let him in. You don't have the means to support him. Somebody new said, he needs to find a job and take care of himself. Why doesn't he have any savings? He won't be able to keep living the way he did, but he should be able to get a job somewhere. This third and final story is titled, I'm Only Attracted to Anime Girls, and was made in the advice subreddit. Lately, I've been noticing that I'm losing my attraction to women in a companionship sort of way. I am still attracted to women sexually, but not really romantically at the moment. I am really into anime, manga, and other things under that umbrella, and I notice that I am attracted to the female characters in a romantic sense. It's not just that anime girls look aesthetically nice, although that helps, but I like how some characters are written and portrayed. An example would be Raftalia from the anime slash light novel Shield Hero. She is nice and loyal to the protagonist through thick and thin. It's not just one sided either. Both she and the protagonist build each other up and help each other. These kinds of attributes are what really attract me to anime girls in a romantic sense. Looking back at my dating history, I'm starting to see some connections. My first girlfriend broke up with me for someone else. One girl was showing me signs she liked me, but when one of her friends started dating a girl, this girl cut ties with me and went after her friend. Another girl told me she wasn't ready for a relationship, but then started dating someone a week later. I'm not trying to bash anyone or anything. No one is owed anything in life, and no one is entitled to anything. In the end, they were just doing what they thought was best for themselves. And that's fair. Looking out for your best interest is normal, and I'm also not trying to generalize. With that being said, I think my experiences relate to my lack of attraction to women and my attraction to anime girls. In anime, my romantic needs are fulfilled because the characters are written to be nice, and the relationships between characters are really positive and build each other up. When I think about getting into an actual relationship, I don't feel like this kind of thing would really happen for me. Maybe I'm just being cringy, but I honestly feel this way. I might be a hopeless romantic, might have too high of expectations, and be unrealistic. Still, I'm not really lonely or anything. I feel fulfilled just from anime alone. I have a lot of good people in my life, so again, loneliness isn't a problem, but I do want a family someday. And I think being in a fulfilling relationship can be a great thing. I have a date next week with someone, but I don't want to go into it half hearted. I want to give it my best shot. Okay, this post is cracking me up, but honestly relatable. I'm kidding, but in all seriousness, it's the harsh reality and pretty relatable to anyone who's ever found real life romance a bit messy compared to the seemingly perfect relationships portrayed in fiction. It's kind of funny how OP distinguishes between still being sexually attracted to women, but feeling more romantically drawn to anime characters. Those qualities don't always pop up in everyday dating experiences, making fiction feel like the nicer option sometimes. That said, it's really important to keep a clear boundary between fiction and reality. Anime characters are designed to be idealized and serve a story, where relationships are simplified and often perfect for dramatic effect. Real relationships with real people are complex, messy, and require ongoing effort, patience, and compromise, none of which shows up as neatly in an anime or manga. Well, except for Clannad, I guess, which is peak fiction, by the way. My Name is Roxy said, it's absolutely fine to have crushes and fantasies, but if you feel like it could be turning obsessive, it might be time to give anime a break and watch something else. However, any show or movie can give people certain expectations and ideals for what they want in a partner. Maybe the girl you're going on a date with is in love with characters like Sam or Dean from Supernatural. This doesn't mean she won't end up liking you because you don't hunt mythical creatures. Just like you liking the personalities of girls who happen to be animated doesn't mean that you won't like a girl for being human. There are very human aspects to characters portrayed in media, including anime, like courage, kindness, loyalty, and so on. It is perfectly reasonable to look for these traits in a person, as long as you don't expect them not to have flaws or make mistakes. Good luck on your date, OP. I think you'll be alright. To this, OP said, thanks for the reply. I think you were spot on. You made me realize some things too. I think it's more those character attributes you listed that I'm attracted to. I'm not perfect and would never expect perfection in a partner either. Maybe I'm just pessimistic about finding these positive attributes in people I date. Like I'm starting to think these qualities are fictional when it comes to expectations, hence anime.